Hello, and welcome to Rallying the Forge. I'm your host, Solymr.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Rallying the Forge. I'm Solymr, and we just have a quick video today. We're going to be talking about some surveys you can fill out. Limited time to fill those out, but get them filled out if you can. We're going to talk about the Gamefound campaign, updates to that, and then also touch on just events for the game itself going on and update that a little bit. So let's jump to the surveys. We'll start in the Discord. So they announced yesterday they're going to have an organized play survey, and then he closed it today, not even 30 hours after announcing it was open. So he decided to reopen it. He's going to reopen it till Friday. So if you want to fill this out, get to it. Don't put it off. It'll be closed Friday. We'll go over that in just a minute. And then the patch notes today, they fixed a few bugs, and they also have a form here about what do you want to see fixed in the game most. So let's look at those forms. The organized play questionnaire will be closed Friday, so if you want to fill it out, do so. I've already filled mine out. So they ask your username, and then they want to know what events have you participated in. You can go through and check all the ones you participated in. Then they want to know how satisfied were you with the events that you participated in and your why. How satisfied were you with the pricing of the events and why. My only complaint about this is they didn't break them out by each event, unfortunately. That probably takes a lot more work to set this up, and they're not necessarily interested in each event, how they did, just in general, how they're doing, I guess. So do what you can. I don't think the text boxes have limits on how much text you can put in there, so type up however long of a response you need to in your why. I know I did to give my reasoning for my scoring. But then they ask, what kind of prizes do you value most? They left it multiple choice, and that's kind of good because for me, when I'm doing the physical events, when I'm at Gen Con or PAX or whatever it may be, I really value the alt art cards, the minions, the special minions you can get, special playmats they may have. All that stuff is top of line for me. But you're doing digital, I don't necessarily care about the cosmetics in game, but I do care about the SFG or Embers more so. And then, they don't have it on here, but if they had cash prizes, that would probably be the top choice of all. That just has the most value. So, what motivates you to join an event? What kind of events would you like to see in the future? And then they have 3 other questions of how often would you like to see events take place? Have you participated in any of the in-app events? And what would you like to see improved in the future? Or do you have any other closing thoughts? So this is an opportunity for you to tell SBE your thoughts. Be honest. Give it to them straight. You don't need to sugarcoat or pretend like things are great if you don't feel they are. If you do feel they're great, tell them that. And tell them why. Tell them what they're doing really well. So fill this out and get that info in there. I think it's valuable for as many people to fill this type of stuff out as possible. The update survey, I don't know how long this one will be open for, so fill it out sooner than later because you might miss your opportunity. So this one this list is massive, and they want you to select 10 or less. If you select more than 10, it will be removed from the pool for them counting things, right? So go through and fill in whatever's most important to you. They have AI things here, back-end things, campaign, gameplay, UI UX. They have UI UX. So they have all sorts of things you might not even new or thought about, but might be important to you. The soap is, I believe, Season 1 achievement points. That's my guess, anyway. So click whatever's most important to you. Get 10 choices. There's a lot. Read through it, or be ready to go back and have to uncheck things, remove something because you found something else you liked better. It is a lot. I'm not going to go through and read them all. It's ridiculous. The one thing they did not have is reverting digital cards to match physical cards. Lucas intentionally left it off, and he's kind of tired of talking about it. It's on his list. As far as when or where that gets fixed is still to be determined. He did say the biggest thing is they want to be able to have a pop-up, a warning, do you want to do this? So that's fine. I say get that done. Any cards that are going to be difficult to program, revert, make work, just put them on a list and don't worry about them. But just let us know which ones those are. And then make a toggle in the game for us to be able to turn that off so we don't get warned. I don't need the warnings. New players do, but I don't. So start putting toggles in with things that you guys start adding. Make it better. But if there's a bug that you know of that's on the list that you want fixed, put it here. They also say, what are some features you'd like to see in the future, and any other thoughts, comments, or concerns. So another opportunity for you to give input and feedback. I highly recommend everyone fill this out. I will try to have these links in my video description. They will work until they close them. So fill them out. Gamefound updates. They've the past 2 days, I feel like, or yesterday and today, they released Scorchwyrm deck lore from October when they released the Scorchwyrm Campaign. They had an event going on that they tracked all this data about who had earned the most experience in the campaign for various factions and all sorts of stuff. So now they were adding deck lore to the top 4 for each faction, one of each faction. They started with Necrium, and they've got a whole story here you can read. If you click on the deck, it's really cool. Up here it says cards, stats, and now it's got a story button. You hit the story button and it goes to the lore page for that deck. It's really cool. Not all decks have that, obviously, just these special ones. So that was Necrium. They did Aloyan. So Tempest and Utera are left. So you can go here on Gamefound to read this, or you can go on their website. They'll have a link for it as well. And then at the bottom, this tells you what's been unlocked so far for what they call stretch goals, but it's really just a daily unlock. It's not even you hit this much, you get this, you're going to get this stuff. So right now we have 2 alpha boosters, 2 White Fang Pass boosters. We have 1 set 3, 1 set 4, and a Tooth and Claw booster. I would expect that we're going to have 2 of each at least. That'll be 10 boosters potentially for backing this campaign. You also get a Scorchwyrm digital playmat. They have 16 days worth of stuff. That's only 11 items right there. So they'll have 5 other. They could do a 3rd booster of each, or maybe it's other cosmetics in game. I don't know. So we'll see what that is. The other thing I think different from when I covered this in my other video was they added a digital tier that you can back now, where you just get digital rewards. There'll be no shipping cost, of course, and you get the stretch goals. So go ahead and back that if you don't want the physical product, or you're somewhere where it's not feasible to ship to. You can get the digital package and get good value. So it's on my spreadsheet that I had from the last video. It is good value for it. So that's the Gamefound update. And then I guess lastly that I wanted to cover, events going on. So of course Wednesdays, the Upside Down with Brandon, he hosts that. That's midday for the US, and it's early evening for Europe, and I have no idea what time in Australia that would be. Probably middle of the night, I guess. So that's a constructed event typically, so you can sign up and participate in that. Friday, and that's every Wednesday, by the way, for the Upside Down, unless he says otherwise. Fridays, of course, SolForge has their event in the evening time, which is close to midday or late morning for Australia. So this week they have a limited event, augmented reality. Both halves of your deck must have at least 2 augments. Each augment, in addition to the 2 in each half deck, gives you a bonus point, up to a max of 4 bonus points. So if you want to participate in that, sign up. And then Saturdays, we have the Saturday Sealed Showdown. This Saturday is set 1. So sign up for that. That is a $5 ticket. You get a booster for that. So that's a really cheap booster. And then Mondays now. Yesterday was our first, the Bronze Crucible. I'm hosting a bronze constructed event every Monday for the foreseeable future. If it continues to go well, then we'll keep doing them. If it fails, then I'll stop doing them. But right now, that puts us at 4 days a week. We have events that you can find on the website here. So that's Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. And then also not listed on here, we have Wednesday nights, Crimson streams on Twitch and other platforms, and he'll do matches with people, and you can win SFG from him by beating him with whatever circumstances he creates. And this Wednesday, though, he's not doing it. Should state that. Do not know if Lucas will be streaming and just playing some random queue battles or what's going to happen there. And then also on Fridays right now in the afternoon U.S. time, the Catalyst OG team does a casual event where people just play each other. You show up and just play SolForge Fusion. So that information, all of these should be shown in the Discord under the events tabs. That's where you should be able to find most of them anyway. So if you're looking for that info, that's where you'll find it. But yeah, lots of events going on, lots of things happening. Hopefully everyone has an event that they want to participate in. So and I think that's all I've got. That's all the updates we have right now. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the updates. Remember, the surveys are limited time, so fill them out if you haven't already. I'll have the links in my video description, and I'll see you guys hopefully at some of these events, or if not, in the Discord and in and around the game. So take care. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.
This has been an episode of Rallying the Forge. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.